Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And Wednesday's, October 11th, episode of Coronation Street, a much-awaited confrontation takes place as Audrey Roberts questions Stephen Reed about his dishonorable choice to steal from her. When Audrey's granddaughter Sarah Barlow eventually tells her that Stephen stole equity from her house a few months earlier, Audrey gets a severe shock. The other Platts investigate deeper and learn that their cousin is suspected of more heinous crimes while Audrey goes over to confront Stephen. Has Audrey entered a hazardous situation directly? Sue Nicholls, who plays Audrey, gives a sneak peek at this important episode. No, she hasn't had the slightest hesitation about him. That is the reason she finds hearing about all these purported things he has done so difficult. She is engrossed in her pride for him. She has boasted about him to everyone since she has become enamored with his lavish lifestyle. She finds it hard to trust the things that people are saying about him. However, she needs to pay attention to what Sarah is saying regarding the home's equity. Audrey is really furious because this is the second time her family has defrauded her of money. When she gets to the flat, she finds Stephen and Peter fighting and decides to confront him about the house money. Stephen has been openly attacked by Peter. She is upset with Stephen, but she doesn't know why Peter is hitting him. I have no doubt that Peter would have killed him if she hadn't arrived. When Audrey overhears Peter becoming quite combative with Stephen, she instructs him to stop talking in her trademark manner. Although Stephen is happy that she showed up, she quickly clarifies that she is there to get answers and is aware of the money. It shocks her. He claims that he has always felt alone and has felt the urge to establish his worth. Though Audrey tries to explain, in the next few weeks, those remarks are going to truly get to her. Knowing what he has done, that the truth will be revealed, and that he has placed all of that guilt on his mother, Stephen has been extremely cruel. However, she won't let him leave the flat because she is determined to get him to listen to her, and she doesn't realize he has killed people. She only believes he has defrauded her of her money. She wants to know why Stephen, her son, stole from her, and she wants answers. She is unaware, of course, that the family is now searching for her after learning of the killings, and they are all quite concerned for her safety. They call the police, even more concerned for her safety after breaking into the flat and discovering what they find. He is such a pleasure to work with, so it was fantastic. It was an occasion that was meant to be. Audrey has to know what kind of person her son is, but she acts quite strangely when she eventually learns the full depth of his actions. Although she is aware of what he has done, she feels guilty since he has gained access to her thoughts. Yes, we will witness her becoming a little irrational and blaming others for what he did. She is handling her son's actions by using that diversion. Alternatively, she might place the guilt on herself, which would be too much for her to handle. Her irrational outbursts have the family extremely concerned. With everyone, she is going on the attack. Despite everything he has done to her, she is even standing up for him. Yes, she would be there every single week, no question about it. That would center in part on her sense of guilt. Being his mother, she feels that she has let him down in the past and vows never to do so again. She will defend him and make an effort to explain his actions. She will have issues with the rest of her family as a result of her response. If she visits him, you will witness these mothers who heedlessly support their children regardless of their actions. It is a beautifully complicated and realistic portrayal of motherhood. To be really honest, it seems like she would be pleased if he were to escape and vanish. We already miss having him around, so it goes without saying that I will miss him. It was a pleasure working with him. I adore Todd, and I must admit that I adore Stephen even more. I have to admit that I can't help but love Stephen. Todd is great and a joy. He has dedicated a great deal of time and effort to the creation of this character, putting in numerous long days of work. I believe it's been fantastic. I've been fortunate to have a really wonderful story that was masterfully written. Since I've known him for such a long time, I know I'll miss him and that I'll need to keep in touch. Every villain has been so unique, and they've all been appropriate for their respective eras. I worked on the Richard Hillman narrative, which was incredible and outrageous, with a really good plot. This one is also really well done. These kinds of people require exceptional acting, and regardless of how ridiculous the storylines are, I and the audience adore them. Villains are stories and characters that are remembered because they are unusual. I recall how people delighted to detest Alan Bradley, who was portrayed by my amazing husband Mark. For every one that followed, he was virtually a starter. It is a testament to the performers who bring villains to life that people continue to talk about them long after they have left. It was the right choice to travel that path with Stephen, and we always find the right individuals. It's unfortunate that once you identify someone as a villain, you also know that they must be removed. Yes, I did, and I believe that we all believed we might be in danger. Honestly, I still believe that Audrey may be let go because of what occurred with Stephen. After all, our contracts are just for a year. Audrey is affected greatly by what happened this week and the encounter with Stephen. She feels like a victim in many ways. How will she handle that? I do enjoy the sense of community that comes with it. I don't often get to work with a large number of the cast these days because of how large they are, and especially in the last several years, we have all been very much with our immediate group of characters. I have never, ever had a scene with Chris Gascoigne, the actor who plays Peter. Collaborating with him on this plot was a pleasure. Working with a fresh person is interesting since the scene has a different atmosphere. I'm curious to see what transpires and how they will react to Audrey's outrage over his misdeeds. Audrey doesn't understand. The family is aware that Stephen is the villain, and given all that has occurred to his mother in the last few years, they are quite concerned about the fact that she does not share their views. They could try to reason with her and give her lectures, but they know that won't work. I believe that there is. Numerous people have been impacted by his deeds. David is adept at handling things and will not allow others to disparage the family. Gail is going to make an effort to blend in. Not to mention that Tim is still missing, and throughout that time, people will be turning to the Platts for explanations as well. I keep hearing from some individuals that Audrey should recognize Stephen for who he really is and that he is up to no good. When I go shopping at Sainsbury's, the folks I know the best advise me to exercise caution, which I do. This week, I believe they will be really concerned. I've been warning them to keep an eye on him because his behavior is becoming increasingly concerning. The amusing thing is that they tell me your son has been in when Todd began shopping there as well. I tell them all the time that he's really quite cute. They are really gracious, and I never part with anything as it would be ruined. The thing that makes it so beautiful is that people are talking about it, which is exactly what we want. People will be riveted this week and concerned for Audrey, and they should be. Learning the truth is not going to end good for her. A villain like Stephen heightens the situation and draws people in. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our channel Street Gossip for more update news.